Heleni Manuel-Varro, Ambassador Willie Jimmy Kapanga-Warua, Deputy Commissioner Zhang Yongxin, Mr. Bill Barney, Mr. Lionel Calowat, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the opening ceremony of the Vanuatu Trade Commission. I'm Jenny May. On behalf of the Vanuatu Trade Commission, I would like to express our deepest gratitude to the honorable presence of our distinguished guests from Vanuatu, who are present to make this an important and historical moment. Honorable Heleni Manuel-Varro, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Trade, Ambassador Willie Jimmy Kapanga-Warua, from the Vanuatu Financial Services Commission, Chairman Mr. Bill Barney, and his members of its commission. From Vanuatu Investment Promotion Authority, Chairman Mr. Lionel Calowat, and members of its authority, and also government officials and friends from Vanuatu. Thank you very much for being with us today. And also, I would like to say a very special welcome to the Office of the Commissioner of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the People's Republic of China in region, Deputy Commissioner Zhang Yongxin. Thank you for being with us today. We are here today not only because of this joyful occasion, but also because we share the same vision. That is, Vanuatu is a place full of potentials, be it in tourism, investment, trade, or its offshore international financial industry. The opening of the Vanuatu Trade Commission marked a milestone of Vanuatu's path on becoming one of the most important offshore international financial centers in Asia. Now, may we have the honor to invite Mr. Jimmy Ng, the Trade Commissioner, to give us a welcoming speech. Mr. Ng, please.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is an exceptional evening. There are so many good friends here, so many dignitaries, people here. And I'm so glad that they are able to join us to celebrate the grand opening of the Vanuatu Trade Commission. We are honored to have Honorable Deputy Prime Minister Heleni here, and Your Excellency Ambassador Willie Jimmy, and the Deputy Commissioner Mr. Zhang Yongxin, Office of Foreign Affairs of the People's Republic of China in Hong Kong, and also the Chairman of the VFSC Vanuatu Financial Services Commission, Mr. Bill Barney, and the Chairman of the Vanuatu Investment Promotion Authority, Mr. Carlos Nano, and all our guests from all walks of industry, from the banking industry, from finance, and thanks so much for all coming. We are so delighted to have you here to participate and share this wonderful moment. Thank you for coming. And many of us are traveling from many hours, 10 or 20 hours to come to Hong Kong. And this reminds us that we have an important job to do, just how to serve the country, how to serve the good benefit for the country. So, as a Trade Commissioner and also a Trade Commission here, we commit to help the government to spread a message to all people, including the investors, tourists, that Vanuatu is a very good place to invest, and of course it's a very good place for vacation. Please remember, Vanuatu has ranked twice being the happiest nation in the world. So, smile and hospitality you will never miss when you're in Vanuatu. Our task is help the government to reaching out every potential investor and look for every tourist to go to this lovely place. And our mission is to provide a system to ensure all the success. So, but before I hand over to Jenny, our Master Sermon tonight, I want to say once more on behalf of the Trade Commission and also on behalf of the board of the Vanuatu International Companies Limited. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. Please be seated. Now, may we have the honor to invite Mr. Bill Barney, Chairman of the Vanuatu Financial Services Commission, to say a few words to us. Mr. Barney, please.
Deputy Prime Minister of the Republic of Vanuatu, Hamlini Vanuatu, Mr. Sanion Zin, Deputy Commissioner of the Office of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Willie Jimmy Kimanarua, Your Excellency, Vanuatu Ambassador accredited to Beijing, China, Commissioner of Labour in the government of Vanuatu, also Chairman of Vanuatu Investment Promotion Authority, Mr. Hyman Kawa, and his Deputy Commissioner. Members of the Board of the Financial Services Commission present here today, Mr. William Lau, Chairman of Vanuatu International Company Limited, Mr. Timothy Cho, member of the board of Vanuatu International Company, also CEO of VIC, Mr. Jimmy Ying. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, may I begin these few remarks firstly by thanking you all, ladies and gentlemen, for taking the time off from your busy activities, your duties, responding to the invitation that you have all received and being part of this important occasion here with us this evening. Thank you for coming. I apologize that I may not have the privilege of meeting each and every one of you, but thank you. Your presence here this evening is highly valued. It gives me great honor, and I'm very privileged as the Chairman of the Vanuatu Financial Services Commission to be able to appear in front of you this evening and to be able to share a few remarks to address such an esteemed audience as you are all part of this evening. Vanuatu Financial Services Commission was established by statute in 1993, and by virtue of its status as a statutory body, it is an agent of the government of the Republic of Vanuatu. However, the origins or the history of the Vanuatu Financial Services Commission goes beyond 1993. In fact, it goes to when Vanuatu was still ruled by colonial rule, and a lot of you may know we were under Britain and France, and through the British, and we share a common inheritance, the finance sector was established way back in 1972. However, since its establishment, the Commission has faced many challenges. The global crisis, for one, has yet to run its course to the full. And there are a number of challenges. Challenges on the political front, economic, and regulatory front as a whole still remain. But the Commission, the Vanuatu Financial Services Commission, has an essential role in representing the government of Vanuatu to play in showing that by virtue of its high standards of regulation, financial service businesses do not represent potential liability to Vanuatu. And in this context, the very positive findings by the series of reports on the Financial Services Commission's activities by the International Monetary Fund, the Asia Pacific Group, and the Offshore Group of Banking Supervisors in recent years made it clear that international regulatory and supervisory standards are being met by Vanuatu. The regulatory landscape is, however, been substantially reshaped as a result of the global crisis. The recommendations being produced by a whole range of bodies will result in considerable changes to global standards. Coming to terms with this, and with the changing nature of the financial services industry itself, represents one of the biggest challenges that the Commission over the next few years will face. However, on a positive note, on the tax information exchange front, I can speak, I can say with a lot of confidence, ladies and gentlemen, that today marks 24 days exactly since Vanuatu graduated onto the whitelist and achieved inclusion in the OECD's whitelist. And that is something that I want to announce and assure you of Vanuatu standing on the international plane. So at the moment, as it stands, Vanuatu is in good stead, along with other leading financial centers around the world. So we now hope that the international community recognizes the reality that Vanuatu is well regulated and cooperative, and it is purely not a secrecy jurisdiction anymore. We also recognize, however, that this may not be the end of the matter, as the larger countries step up the actions to protect their public finances. Ladies and gentlemen, with this brief background, we need to pose, as far as the Commission is concerned, this question. Where does the future of the Vanuatu Financial Services Commission lie? Perhaps the answer is obvious. Our presence here in Hong Kong, or in the Eastern Asia region for that matter, speaks for itself that we believe that the future lies in the Southeast Asia region, specifically China and its territories. And may I add, we in Vanuatu have a strong connection with China for that matter, and we must recognize that our economy, historically, there's been a lot of contribution by Chinese persons, entrepreneurs who have been in Vanuatu, and for that we